Hello there. I am feeling a little bit better today. I was feeling really sick yesterday. So I am going to try recording a video, Earl Grey Lavender. So I'm kind of on the fence about this one. I like Earl Grey, like lavender, but I'm kind of picky about how much lavender I like in my tea. And sometimes it is very heavy, the amount of lavender they add. So we will see how I feel about this. I'm kind of hoping there's some of the cream tea in this. So this is a little bit creamier. It kind of smells like it. So I'll put some in here. It's very pretty. Okay. So here's what this looks like. It doesn't show up really well on camera, but there's these pretty little purple leaves in there. Okay, I'm popping that in my teapot. And it says to brew at 212, which is, mine's probably a little bit cooler than 212, for 3 to 5 minutes. So maybe I'll try it for 4 minutes and see how that goes. And I had a fiasco yesterday with my tea calendar. So those of you who have been watching probably saw I got a classroom cell phone holder for my tea calendar, and I put each little tea packet, and I put it up with big safety pins, not safety pins, what are they called? Push pins, into my closet door. And I went to open my closet door. The whole thing fell down, which wouldn't be a big deal, except that I have a bunch of these. So I film these early, cut the edge off, usually leave enough tea in here for another steep, for another cup. And so tea went everywhere. My floor was covered with tea. And it made me sad because it means I have less that I can use for another cup of tea. So I have to find another way to secure it, probably nails, and maybe not in the door. The door may just be not secure enough. I was thinking I might actually put it up over here or over here, but this is where I stand when I do sessions, and I don't want it too cluttered behind me. So maybe if I put it over here, it actually would be mostly out of the way for sessions. So maybe I will do that. So this is black tea, lavender, orange, blue cornflowers, natural vanilla flavor, natural bergamot flavor, natural cream flavor. Okay, yeah, I could smell the cream. And I would like to try at some point just the cream black tea, because the cream always smells really nice. So I get bergamot, lavender, cream. The bergamot's really strong. I'm getting something else, and a little bit synthetic tasting. Tasting, smelling. This is my nose, not my mouth. So it says natural bergamot flavor. I can't really smell the orange, even though that's like the third ingredient. I mostly smell bergamot, lavender, and those are a weird combination scent-wise. So we'll see how I feel about that, taste-wise. I'm excited to try more Earl Greys. After the Dark Side of Bella Luna that we tasted that one time that is not for sale, which is a Pu'er Earl Grey. That was amazing. I'm thinking that if I found the right Earl Grey, I would be over the moon with it. But we will see. I do like my Earl Greys with some oat milk. I like a London Fog. I don't know how this one will be with some oat milk with the lavender in it. Not sure. We'll see. I'm going to pour some of this out here in a minute. So I hope you are all doing well. It sucked. I think I had stomach bug yesterday, and I tried to do a session in the morning because I will generally work when I'm sick unless I am absolutely totally down for the count and like can't get out of bed. And so I tried to do a session at 9:30, and like the second thing out of her mouth was, "You don't sound very good." So I was like, okay, I'm gonna finish this session. And she said I rallied, but I canceled the rest of my sessions because it's one thing for me to think I can do a session. It's another thing for a client to notice that I'm sick. And I think I was a little bit spacey, and I was afraid I would be even more spacey. One of my sessions was supposed to be at like 8:30 last night. Oh, nice. I like that. I'm going to pour. I want a little bit more of the black tea, but I'm a little scared that if I do that, I'm also going to get a lot more lavender. I don't know. Let's give it a try. This has had 1 more minute, so it's now at about a 5-minute steep. And I'm definitely getting a darker color, which means I'm going to get more of the black tea. No, I'm getting more black tea, but not more lavender. So, this is nice. The lavender is very subtle, so I don't know that it adds a whole lot. I suppose if you love lavender, you might like this a little bit better than a regular Earl Grey. Twinings is my go-to Earl Grey. So I'm very frugal. So when I have a good cheapo version, it's also my husband's go-to Earl Grey. When I have a cheapo version, I'm not going to opt for the more expensive version, although Adagio's not always that much more expensive than Twinings, actually, especially if you're getting deals. And even David's tea, so they just had a 70% off sale, so I got like 50 grams of tea for under $5. Each one was under $5. That's grocery store tea cost. I mean, it's really, now it meant I had to get $65 worth of tea if I was going to get free shipping. But if you really like tea, that's not a terrible hardship. So there are times where you can get the fancier teas, at least to try them. But there are some, like the Chicoricino from Adagio is not the cheapest, but I buy it in mass quantities because it's worth it. But if I have something like, I like my Twinings Earl Grey, I like my Twinings English Breakfast, probably gonna stick with those if I like them, and unless I find something else that blows them out of the water, they're probably gonna be my go-to kind of first thing in the morning. So I do an English breakfast the minute I get up. Then I have usually a matcha. And then before I got really into tea, I would then usually maybe have an Earl Grey with some milk, make it a London Fog, some oat milk. And so now that I'm really into teas, usually my third tea is like whatever the community tea is, and then I usually have a couple other fun ones to try. So it depends on how much I can film, because I never want to try something, not be able to film it, and then not try it again. So, well, cheers. I hope you're having a lovely Christmas season. I know it's a hard time for a lot of people, so I don't put out the expectation that it's always wonderful, but I hope you're all getting through it, and I hope you're enjoying some nice warm tea. It's kind of a yucky rainy day here, but my husband has figured out that he can have a log burning in the fireplace without it really bothering his allergies. So we've had 2 nights of fires, and it's wonderful. I love having a working fireplace, and for a couple of years here we haven't been able to use it. I've just had candles in it, which makes me a little bit brokenhearted. So it's really fun to have a fire again. So enjoy your tea, and I will be back with you tomorrow.